Rome. Once the heart of the ancient world, now a shadow of its former glory. For centuries, its walls had witnessed triumph, betrayal, and blood. But in the year 534 AD, a forgotten empire, Byzantium, would rise again to reclaim the eternal city. This is the story of the Battle of Rome, when a general's courage, city's spirit, and an emperor's dream brought the Roman world back from the ashes. By the 6th century, Rome was no longer ruled by emperors in golden armor. The once mighty city lay in ruins, its marble cracked, its streets silent. The Ostrogoths, Germanic warriors, now claimed it as their own. Far to the east, in Constantinople, one man refused to accept that fate: Emperor Justinian, the first. He dreamed of restoring the Roman Empire, uniting East and West once more. And to achieve that dream, he turned to one man whispered about in both fear and admiration: Belisarius. The halls of Constantinople echoed with the emperor's voice. "Belisarius," he said, "Rome has fallen for too long. Bring her back to me, not in chains, but in glory." Belisarius, calm and determined, replied, "Then I will march with the cross on my shield and the spirit of Rome in my heart." With barely 10,000 men, Belisarius set sail from Constantinople. His army was not large, but it was discipline forged in wars against Persians and Vandals, and his loyalty to Justinian was unshakable. Their destination, the city that once ruled the world, Rome. Through mountains and ruined roads, Belisarius advanced. Italian towns, once loyal to the Goths, opened their gates to him, for the people longed for the eagle of Rome to fly again. But the Goths were watching. Their king, Theodahad, trembled at the coming storm. In his fear, he hesitated, and hesitation would cost him everything. As Belisarius approached the city gates of Rome, the people wept. For centuries, emperors had ruled from afar, but now, a Roman general had returned. In early 534 AD, the battle for Rome began. The Goths surrounded the city with over 50,000 men, while Belisarius commanded only a fraction of that number. "Let them come," he said. "Rome has faced worse, and still stands." The walls of Rome, ancient and cracked once again, became the shield of civilization. Belisarius turned every tower, every broken statue, every stone into a weapon. His men used mirrors to signal, boiling oil to repel climbers, and trenches to trap enemy horses. Byzantine engineers repaired the aqueducts, and Roman citizens carried food and arrows through the streets. The spirit of old Rome was alive again. The Goths attacked at dawn. Wave after wave crashed against the walls, shields shattered, ladders fell, men screamed. But Belisarius stood firm. From the top of the Aurelian walls, his voice thundered, "Hold the line, for Rome, for the Empire." Flaming arrows lit the sky, the Tiber River ran red, yet the city did not fall. When night came, Rome still stood surrounded, starving but undefeated. Weeks turned into months. Famine began to haunt the defenders, yet Belisarius never wavered. In the dead of night, he devised a daring plan: a sudden counterattack through the northern gate. With a small force of cavalry, he struck deep into the Gothic camp, burning supplies, breaking formations, and spreading panic. The Goths, believing the entire Byzantine army had escaped, retreated in confusion. Rome's defenders erupted in cheers, thinking the impossible had happened. The besieged had become the victors. When morning came, the banners of Byzantium flew once more above the city gates. Citizens wept as soldiers marched through the streets, and in the forum, Belisarius knelt before a crumbling statue of Caesar. Softly he said, "We have not conquered. We have restored." Rome was Roman again. After a century of foreign rule, the heart of the ancient empire beat once more. When the news reached Constantinople, Justinian ordered great celebrations. Church bells rang, golden coins were minted, and the empire rejoiced, for the dream of a united Rome had returned. But even in triumph, Belisarius remained humble, refused titles, refused luxury, saying only, "I serve Rome, not myself." The Battle of Rome in 534 AD was more than a military victory, it was a resurrection of spirit. The world saw that the Roman flame had not died, it had only waited for a man brave enough to light it again. Centuries later, historians would call Belisarius the last Roman general, but to those who stood beside him, he was something greater. a symbol that empires fall but honor never does. If you were moved by this story of courage, strategy, and empire, then make sure to like this video and subscribe for more cinematic history. Ring that bell so you never miss an epic story, and tell us in the comments which ancient battle should we bring to life next.